Welcome, this is Kevin. This is a tutorial on how to create a product and how to market it on Facebook or Meta. So this is for a shoe. We start from the admin area. After you log into the admin area, you will find this panel, and then you see the admin, then you come to add products. This is where now you add a new product, and for the content of the product we get it from ChatGPT, or if you can type, no problem. So you add a photo, and then you give it the photo of the shoe that you want to create, and then you give a prompt. For example, this one, give the title, description and specs for this product. This is basically to get the content of the product, to get the title, description and specifications. So you give it that information and you wait for it to generate. As you can see, we now have the title, so we can copy it. We copy the title and we paste it in the title input field. Same with the description. You remove that one and then you paste. Same with specifications, but you make sure you read through them. Don't just copy and paste. Make sure you read to confirm that it makes sense. Paste it there. Then the pricing. You start with the price. You have a price before and price after. So price after is the price that after discount is the price now that you are selling with. The price after is the price that you are selling with. And then the price before is the price which was before discount. So price before is higher than the price after. Product tags is the keywords for this product. Anything that a user can search if he wants a product of this type. Yes, you can put 2 or 3, no problem. Categories, issue, you select the category and then the subcategory, and then the brand. If you don't know the brand that made the shoe, just put a brief description of the shoe. Available stock, that's self-explanatory. Then options is for colors in this case. So we have, as you can see, I'm adding the color options to the product. I've added black, I'm also adding white. Yes, and then I'm assigning images of that specific color that I'm adding. Then variations, in this case is the sizes in the case of the shoe. Then the variations are the sizes. So each option and variations has independent input fields. You separate them, don't put them as one in one input field. Each option and each variation should have its own input field. As you can see, I'm adding sizes for this shoe. In my case, it's from size 39. I'm going all the way to 47. So you put the variation according to the available sizing that you have. As you can see, I'm leaving the price field because that one only applies if the price of the different sizes vary per size. If they vary, then you put the prices per size. If they don't, you ignore. I'm adding the feature image. I'm now adding the gallery. Feature image is one image. A gallery one, you highlight, you hold control as you click to highlight all the images. And then after all the things, after I've confirmed that I've added everything, then you add the product. you will get a successful feedback. Then you go to products. The one you created is on the top, is the topmost one. This is where you can view, you can edit the product. If you made a mistake, you can view the landing page from there. This is now the landing page that you market. This is the page that you market on Facebook. As you remember, when I was training you, I told you we need to take the client to somewhere where they cannot be confused with other products, just only this shoe. Now that is how to create a product. The remaining part now is for us to do the marketing. We have created. Now when I was training you, there are some things I pinned, and I'm sure you see Ads Manager as one of the things that I pinned. So you open it, it will take you to the point where the portal where you make ads. Wait for it to load, and probably I made I made one ad for you when we were training. I made one ad for you. So if it was an ad for a shoe, you just duplicate that one. I told you you will be duplicating, you will not be creating a new one, since they use the same settings actually. So you will look for that ad that I created. But make sure you are in the campaigns. I told you, don't make sure before you do anything here, make sure you are in campaigns, not ad sets and not ads. Make sure you're in the campaigns. Now you come to the first. In this case, I'm going to duplicate the first one. So you look for the ad that I made for you. Probably it's called the main ad or anything. And then you duplicate one copy. Sometimes it will ask you duplicate in original settings. You say yes, but in this case it has gone direct. So you change the title of the ad. So you use any other name for the title of the ad. This one does not matter. You can use any name as long as you will understand. When you read the name, you will know this ad is for which shoe or which product. In this case, I'm calling it men's slip loafers, and I've realized in my title of the product I included white, and yet I still have black, so I have to edit that one. I have to ensure the title does not describe the color that I have, because I've already handled the coloring in the options. So I've updated that one. So I'll go back here, because our landing page uses the title of the product to get the product. So I'll go and refresh it and go at the landing page again to open it. Now without the white, at least it meant slip-on loafers. Yes, without the white, because it does not make sense to put white and yet you still have black and you're putting white in. Now I change the budget. So what you will be changing in this page is the title only, unless you want to change the budget. In the second step, you paste the title to be the same as the one in the first step, and then nothing else. You just change the title here, nothing else. All these things they share the same settings with the one you duplicated. The controls, that one, if it's a shoe, they share the same thing, unless you want to edit the age, but don't edit anything here. The one that I made will work for you, unless you can change the gender. If the shoe that you are making is a must that it should be displayed to a certain gender only. Now the third step is where you create your ad. Now you still apply the same title like the second step here. Confirm that the page and Instagram are connected. Then you come all the way to the images. So you remove these ones because they belong to the first product that we duplicated, and you add your own images now for this product. You add the images for this product. So you upload the images from your computer, and you remember here I told you the Facebook accepts images of 600 pixel by 600 pixel and above, and it should be somehow square. So it should be 600 and above, and it should be somehow square, close to square. As you can see, this one is 680 by 680, it has accepted. The second one is let's see, it's 914 1024. It's somehow square, it's close to square. It's not a perfect square, but it's close, and it's above 600, so it has accepted. The third one is let's see the third one. You see, this one, it has denied us because it's 491 by 592. It's below 600. It's below 600 mark. That's why you see it has an error. So you go again, you add another one. You look for another one. Let's put this one. Yeah, that one. 1020, 1080. Yes. So we have 4 images, but one of them has an issue, has an error. So if I continue, you see I'm having 2 errors here. If the images are perfect, you will not have this. This image is too small. Please use a larger image. You see the third image that we added has an issue. So it's this one, not that one. No, that was the first. It's the third one. This one, yes. No, yes. The third one. Yes, that one. So I've removed the third one. You see the error is gone. Now in some cases you will get this verifying error, verify. So you just authenticate yourself. You just want to know if it's you. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. So if you get it, just send the code to your email, read your email. You get the OTP through your email, and you put the OTP code there. I'm looking for the email. I have it. I'm putting the code 21. Then you submit, and Facebook would know that it's actually you who is doing these changes. Then you proceed. Now after adding the images, you put the primary text. Now the primary text is what the client will be seeing. It's a description of this ad. Now you can go to AI also for this. You can use the ChatGPT that we were using earlier for this primary text. You can go back. Then add. Give me the primary text. You specify to use in FB ad. Then you give it instructions to use emojis where necessary. Then since it gave us the title, the coloring in the title, you have to inform it to ignore the coloring, so that it does not say here that you only have one white color. Since we have white and black, so you tell it to ignore the coloring. Yeah, so you just copy after proofreading, of course, and then you paste the primary text. You paste. Yeah, so that one is okay. Now yeah, that's why it's important to read, because my button is order now. Then headline, I normally put the discount. I tell the user, I shout to the user that I've removed 11% from the price. 1% off. Sorry. %, off. Then the description. sorry. Then the description. I don't know what I was doing here. Probably I was making some stories. Sorry for that. So we come to the description, we see the price $49.50, so that's the way we put the price. But all this content is optional. It's whatever you want to put it here. Some other guys put different things there, but I prefer this way. Now this is the where we put the link to the page, link to the landing page. So you copy that link, and maybe I pinned this URL shortener in your Chrome profile, so you can type URL shortener, or you click the pinned link I pinned on top. It will open. Sometimes it will open like this. If it opens like this, you go back and try again. Sometimes it should open like this. This is how it should open. So you paste the link and then you shorten it. Shorten it a bit, yeah. Then you copy, and then you check if the copied link still takes the user back to the right landing page. Yes, after confirming, you put the link now in your ad website URL. You paste the link there, and you remember I told you paste it also below at the last part. Yes. Now remember to, after changes have been saved, remember to check the pixel is green. Remember I told you that. If it's red, you don't proceed, you call me, so that we solve the connection issue. But if it's green, it means Facebook is communicating well with your website. Yes. So after confirming that, you preview and publish. Sometimes it's published directly, it does not take you through this preview page. Sometimes you publish directly, or you preview. So you look, previewing is looking how they look, checking how your ads look, then you publish. Then it should publish 3 items. There are multiple items to be published. That's the campaigns, ad sets, and the ads. Cancel that one. So you unclick everything, and then you go back to campaigns. Remember I told you, before you operate anything here, make sure you are in campaigns. Then I need to turn this on. As you can see, I'm turning it on in the campaigns. That's very important. I'm turning it on in the campaigns. Now you can see I'm in the campaigns, and the ad is saying no ads. Why is it saying no ads? Because in the ads, this ad is still in progress processing. It has to be approved by either their system or one of the staff. Probably their algorithm should check the ad and approve it. And that's how you make a product, a shoe, in the website, and you create ads on Facebook for that specific product you made on your website. Thank you very much. In case of anything, feel free to contact me. At least this will help you, because you can revisit, you can rewind, you can replay until it sticks in your mind. Thank you so much.